Welcome to the Hitched Podcast. I'm Zoe, editor of Hitched.
And I'm Lydia, assistant editor.
So Lydia, what is on the agenda today? What are we talking about?
So today's topic is family feuds and frenemies, which, as we both know, is a huge topic for weddings.
Okay, and where are we starting?
So we're going to start with a game of Hitched or Ditched, and then we'll move into some of our dilemmas.
Oh, lovely. I love Hitched or Ditched.
So the first one is quite controversial, inviting an ex to your wedding.
Ditched. I should be progressive. I should be like, oh, we can all get on, but no, I can't. I think that aside from your partner, you just shouldn't have anyone else at your wedding who knows what you look like naked. Just to be honest, I don't vibe with it. And maybe there are other people out there more mature than me who can deal with that, but I am suspicious of those people. I don't. This is probably outing me as like a really juvenile, emotionally immature person, but I don't. No. It's a no from me. What about you? Are you okay with that?
Totally agree. And I wouldn't want my partner bringing their ex either. So I feel like it has to work both ways.
Absolutely not. No.
Amazing. I think that everyone would agree. I'm hoping.
Well, I don't know. I do think there are some people out there who are more emotionally mature than me. But
than both of us.
But no, it's a no from me.
Amazing. Okay, the next one, seating divorced parents next to each other.
This is a tricky one. This is a one that a lot of people want help with. And I am going to say on this, if it works, Hitched, right? Don't feel like you can't do that. And probably that contradicts with my emotional immaturity on the previous one. But hear me out. Your parents are older, so they should be more mature and they should be able to get it together and not have any animosity on their child's wedding day, right? In theory.
Agreed.
But if that can't happen, then there are ways around this. And I think you can have either them sat at opposite ends of a table, but even if that is tricky, one thing I love to recommend to people who do have difficult family dynamics is having a sweetheart table where it's just the two of you, and then you have your parents host tables of their own, so they're spread out across the room. But yeah, I do think they should be able to get it together.
I love that idea of a sweetheart table. Even if you've got a really big family, that's a great way to sort of divide people up.
Yeah.
Such a good idea. So the final one, and perhaps the most controversial, uninviting someone.
Hitched. Right? Like, I'm not hesitating on this because I think that if you have decided it doesn't work for you anymore, it's your wedding, right? And I'm not always that big on it's your day, your way, whatever you want. But for this, I think when the average guest costs you £261.42 each, right? I think that's the number. You need to want to spend that on them. You can't be having on your wedding day sitting looking at them thinking, look at you eating my food, I've paid this money for you, I don't even want you here. It's not the time. Like,
that's not what you want to be thinking.
No, exactly. You want to just be enjoying yourself and not feeling resentful. So if any reason you've decided someone no longer fits the bill, ask them, they're gone. You can do it politely. You can say to them, look, I'm really sorry, my favorite thing to blame it on, budget or capacity. We've had to make some changes due to budget, due to capacity, and we can no longer accommodate you at our wedding. And I am so sorry if you are. You don't have to say if you're not. And you can also say, if you mean it, we'd love to get together with you after the day for cake and champagne, you know. But also, if you hate them, you can uninvite them and just block them.
Block. If in doubt, block.
I'm really emotionally immature, clearly, but
it's so true. And you only do it once, hopefully. So you don't want to be having any regrets about who was there, especially in the photos, or like you said, even having thoughts on the day of regret.
And hate.
And hatred. Now we're going to get into some listener dilemmas, which are super juicy. So as we know, family dramas often spill into weddings, whether or not they start beforehand or actually during the planning process. This one is, what do you do if you have a family feud that's impacting your wedding?
Oh, gosh. I'd love to say I don't know anything about this, but yeah, sadly, I think everybody in the world knows that when you plan a wedding, it does bring drama. It shows who people really are. I think a lot of people discover that during their planning. If you have a feud, I think it's funny. I feel like this episode is actually more about emotional maturity than it is about weddings. And I'm really being put to the test here as I'm a very emotionally stunted person. I would say if you have a family feud that's impacting your wedding, depends which side of the family it is. Hopefully it's not both of your families feuding with each other and we've got a Romeo and Juliet situation going on here. Hopefully not. I'm not qualified to help with that. But say it's your family, you have to be the one to address it, right? And you have to sit with these people separately or together and say, look, you're my family, I love you, I want you at my wedding, but I really need to know that it's going to be okay and that you can give this person a wide berth for the day. We're going to seat you separately. I just need to know. And it can be scary. Like, it's quite a head-on confrontational thing to do. But if you need to do it, if you're worried about it impacting your day, or write them a letter if you feel nervous talking
that's a
about it
good
in
idea.
person. But it's something you have to be upfront about. You can't just bury your head in the sand and hope that it's going to go away. And if it's your partner's side of the family, it's on them to deal with it because it's their problem. But the same rules apply. I think you shouldn't let it impact what's going to be a really big day for you. And hopefully those people are mature and responsible enough to do the same.
I love that advice that preparation is key. Don't bury your head in the sand. Make sure you think ahead and try and mitigate any arguments on the actual day.
And if you are really worried, this is a great task for your wedding party. You can nominate somebody in your wedding party just to make sure those people keep apart, that Uncle Steve is kept away from the brandy, like, you know, all these things that you need to negate. Like, you can have someone on your wedding party on that detail. That's fine.
And the next one, this listener is worried about her dramatic mother-in-law making a scene. What advice can you give us, Zoe?
Oh gosh, I feel like there's a lot of people out there with dramatic mother-in-laws. It seems to go with the territory, right? Dramatic mother-in-laws are not your problem. They are your partner's problem, right? You've got a dramatic mother-in-law. No, your partner's got a dramatic mum. So yeah, it's not on you. You need to get them to speak to their parent. You need to get them to keep it in check. They need to say, look, I can't have any of this. If they've got form for, I don't know, wailing loudly, you've got to say, look, I really need you to keep it reined in. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tricky. But if it's impacting you and it's impacting how you feel about your day, it's on your partner to deal with it. It's not on you.
So good. And if they don't listen, I just feel like that's not a good start anyway.
If they don't listen...
or they don't know how to manage their mum. What if that happens? Because that does happen.
Now we're getting to therapy. I don't know. I don't know if I can give like that level of therapy to people. That's a whole other issue. But hopefully a conversation will deal with it. And again, on the day, just remember, it's your wedding. You're getting married to the love of your life. Whether your mother-in-law is sobbing in the background or not, like, just try and tune it out. Like, just ignore it and focus on you, because that's all you can do. And that's the only way you're going to get through it if nothing can be said to them. Don't let it dampen your day. Seeing as we're talking about families, feuds, friendships, guest list issues, I do want to flag that we have a seating plan tool on Hitched that's really helpful. And it's so fun. You can drag and drop and move people around. And if you have all your guests imported, which you can do through the app and on the desktop, you can then seat your guests and you can send it to the venue and they will set up your room for you accordingly. And that is an absolute godsend if you have people you do not want sat together. It's not something you can leave to chance. So I would recommend using that tool. It's really going to help you.
So true. And sometimes it does need a bit of workshopping. It's not just a one and done thing. So I love that feature.
And it's better for the planet as you're not putting post-it notes everywhere. So there we go.
Thanks so much for being with us today. Make sure to like, follow and subscribe and give us a good rating.
Tell us in the comments if you've ever had to uninvite somebody from your wedding. We want to hear the most unhinged reasons why.